What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. We're going to be going over this cornering mistake. He's going to go a little bit too wide because he went a little too fast. Now, this is very common, but we're going to go over some of the other subtle clues that can really clue us in that we need to be slowing down, like this blind turn. That's one of them. Anyways, let's jump into it so we can figure out what happened, and then we can use that information to prevent this for ourselves. So if you've been a part of this channel for any length of time, what we like to do here is we go over this first picture, basically this first scene. It's the scene setting, because we talk about what the environment is, and then our own abilities, and then the bike's abilities. That's pretty much the three things you really want to focus on when you start riding, and even when you've been riding for a long time, I still focus on that. So first and foremost, the environment, the setting. What kind of setting is it? Is it cloudy? Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is it nighttime? Is it bright and sunny, no traffic whatsoever? That's what we're looking for in this situation, because you want to ride within the situation. So if it's nighttime, you might have to slow down your speed so you don't outrun your headlights, so you can have good visibility. Also, when it's like snowing or raining, you might want to decrease your braking pressure and slow it down just a little bit, and then also slow down your acceleration. So we can go over a lot of that, but let's focus on this video right now. And so what I see here is that it's somewhat cloudy. It looks cloudy to me anyways. It's not definitely Arizona sunshine, but it's going to be a little bit like that. Okay, that's fine. We're going about 57. Unsure if it's kilometers or miles per hour. It really doesn't matter. Let's just assume that they're doing the speed limit here, or maybe going a little bit above. But here's another thing that I look at. I see oncoming traffic. Okay, we got that. We have full gear. Very good. These hedges can play a huge role when it comes to visibility and line of sight. That's very important on curves and corners, especially if you don't have a massive lane to work with. So that's kind of what I'm going at. This setting is actually really good. So now we got to focus on how the rider is doing within his own ability. And we can't go inside the headspace of riders. What we can do is just kind of see the actions that are involved. So we're going to have this guy go basically this speed. It's not a big deal. And then right here, I want to focus on signage. Now, this goes back to the environment situation, is that we see literally the government saying slow down. Slow because there's something that is going to be a hazard for motorists, whether it's motorcyclists or car drivers. We also have another sign right here saying that this honestly looks like it's going to be a sharp right, sharp left turn. Unsure. It's a different country. I'm used to this symbol that I'm going to be popping up on screen. But that's what it looks like to me. And these types of triangles with the red and then the white, after watching a lot of these videos, that's like a warning sign. So we should be looking at that and looking at the slow section. And then that should be cluing into us, hey, maybe we should take this slower. And so right here, we also have intersections. So this is another thing that we need to focus on, is intersections. So we have cars possibly coming in and out, but that's not what's happening in this video. This video is going to be a cornering mistake. So thank you for zooming in on this for me. I didn't do that. And so what we have here is we have him applying the brakes. Now, applying the brakes is going to be a good indication, obviously, that something happened to him. So if you're in the rider behind and you see somebody applying the brakes, be like, oh, okay, something's happening. He's applying the brakes because he's making a decision, either turn, stop, something popped out of the way. Now I got to be on high alert. So as the motorcycle rider in the back, focus on that. But since we're going to be focusing on the rider up front, we're going to try to figure out what happened. More than likely, it's going to be a lack of sight. So remember, it's going to be that sharp left, sharp right sign that we saw. So that's going to give you a good clue that, hey, we're going to go on a left-handed turn, and then we're going to go on a right-handed turn. So he's going to go a little bit too fast in this turn. You're going to see it real quick right here. So you see the white line, and he's not in his lane. So the white line is to the left of him. That means he's in the opposite lane. Very, very dangerous. And we can have cars coming around this. That's where the oncoming traffic is, easily a head-on. But why is it a head-on? Why are we in that lane? Why? That's why I want you guys to ask yourselves these questions. And the reason why is because he was going too fast for that turn. Now, it's a blind turn, so let's go ahead and scroll back just a little bit. It was a blind turn, so how hard is it to judge this turn and how much speed you need to go into for a turn like this? Well, we can't see anything. We don't know if it's a decreasing radius turn. We don't know any of this stuff going into a blind turn. So being on the outside, having a good line of sight through the turn is very important. The signage that said it's going to be a left-handed, then right-handed, that's very important. And then also we have the signage, or the road said slow, so that's also a very good clue. So we should slow down before this turn. We can always increase our speed after. If it's like, oh, this is an easy turn, I'll go ahead and increase my speed. But let's slow down before. Okay, so this is a very beginner mistake, and this is something that happens quite a bit with even experienced riders that are just not paying attention. So as a new rider, you're focused on so much stuff that you don't realize a lot of these problems. And then as an experienced rider, somebody that's been riding for a while, this tends to happen when they're just not paying attention. Either way, it's a lack of knowledge going from your brain to your hands through the inputs into the bike. So we need to stay focused if we're more experienced. But then we also need to be very focused as beginners, and then understand that, hey, these are different things that can happen, so let's learn from that. That's the beauty of these videos. So he's going to go wide. Thankfully, he's not going to hit an oncoming car. And the typical response is to put your foot down. I just want you guys to understand that. So when you see people put their foot down, that is a reflective response. It's not something that is taught. It's just something that every motorcycle rider does, especially when they're new and they're freaking out. I see it all the time on the range. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Just realize that if you do put your foot down, it can grab the asphalt just like your tires do, and it's going to swing you back, and it's going to be not the best thing. We don't always want to go with our reflexes. We want to go with what we're trained to do, and we need to train ourselves out of that reflex. So he's going to go into the embankment. He's going to try his best to slow down. You're going to see it where his back tire is going to fishtail. Okay, so his back tire is going to fishtail, and that's because he locked up that rear tire. Okay, so he's going to go off into the ditch, or I'm sorry, into the embankment. Luckily, he's going to be fine. He was slowing down enough to decelerate some of those forces that are not going to be transmitted into his body. He's wearing full gear, very good. That's probably going to really help him out because he did have an impact to that left shoulder. It's going to help him out when it comes to the impact protection in the jacket. So overall, it was just a beginner mistake, but it could have been extremely deadly. You guys noticed the car coming around the corner. If these guys were any faster, if they were maybe 2 seconds faster, he would have hit that car. So that's why it's very important to have gear, have training, and to stay focused, and don't worry about the person in front of us. If you notice, it's also a group ride. Maybe it could have been ego. We don't know. I care more so about the person that crashed. This is a crash. It's not going to be a severe one, but it is a crash. And let's learn from that by not going so fast, especially into blind turns. So slow it down. You can always increase the speed later. Remember, we're not here to get from point A to point B as fast as we can and go through these curves, you know, outside, inside, outside. It's got to be that because I got to haul ass and go fast. It's about being as safe as possible, having the best vision, best line of sight, and then making it to our destination so we don't spend extra money on bull, like, you know, insurance rates going up because we crashed, or having to buy new gear or new equipment for a bike. It's better not to do that. Save that money for the track, save that money for classes. That way you're not crashing on the road. Does that make sense? Invest in yourself, guys. But with that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you around. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. We're going to be going over this crash. It's going to be a crash in the curve. It's going to be the rider up front on a brand new Harley. Supposedly, with the information from the original video, is that he just bought this bike 2 weeks ago. He just got insurance the day before this happened. So this is a brand new bike, and this is going to be something to where maybe he took it out and